significant turn of events, a U.S. court has recently accelerated the process of releasing the academic records of President Bola Tinubu, favoring former Nigeria Vice President Atiku Abubakar. According to the recent development, this is crucial as Mr. Abubakar has just 14 days to appeal a recent judgment by Nigeria's Election Petitions Tribunal at the Supreme Court. According to the report, the United States State District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in Chicago has rescheduled the in-person argument for lawyers representing Atiku Abubakar, Bola Tinubu and Chicago State University. The date has been moved up from September 15 to September 12 due to the exigent circumstances surrounding the request. To expedite the process and avoid further delays, the court instructed Chicago State University to submit any objections regarding the scope of the requested records by 5 p.m. on September 11. Previously, the university had been granted more time to raise objection due to the broadness of the subpoenas. Recall, this article's camp new move was prompted by the dismissal of petitions against the incumbent president by a panel of appellate justices. According to the report, they sought to hasten the issuance of the Chicago State University subpoena to meet Nigeria's Supreme Court deadline for election-related appeals, which has been updated to 60 days in line with amended electoral regulations. Notably, Mr. Abubakar's U.S. attorneys initially believed he had 21 days to file the appeal, but Chris Uche, his chief counsel, clarified that the actual deadline is 14 days, not 21 days. However, Tinubu's legal team argued that the academic records were no longer crucial due to the expiration of the evidence submission deadline. Moving further, Abubakar's lawyers in response pointed out to a Supreme Court rule allowing the introduction of a vital evidence under special circumstances, which they believe the release of these records would continue. It is worthy to know that President Tinubu's background remains shrouded in mystery, despite being a prominent figure in the Nigeria politics for decades. Details such as his real name, parents, childhood, neighborhood, and primary and secondary education have eluded public knowledge, although he claimed to have been a top accountant at a Deloitte and later an executive at Mobi in the 1980s, where he purportedly amassed his wealth. However, his alleged involvement in Chicago's narcotic trade in the 90s has added complexity to his image and raised questions about his commitment to democratic principles in Nigeria. Well, people have been asking that I think Atiku should know better. So if Atiku is supposed to know better that there's no evidence or there's no any petition that will be accepted by the Supreme Court, so why is he doing all this? Because I was surprised that after the verdict of the tribunal that he went straight to the US. I said, this man is not a tata now. We can't say, oh, just like some people are saying that the people that voted for Labour Party, they are new voters. They have never voted before. And I said, so the ones that have been voting before, so what really came out of it? So for somebody who is now voting as a new voter, what has that got to do with the election results? What has that got to do with the outcome or the judgment of the tribunal? I don't understand, because they are just new, so they don't know. So the ones that knew at the end of the day, because I don't even know where they are trying to draw their inference from. So that is by the wayside. But in the case of Atiku is not a tata. So I'm just kind of surprised. But there's a statement made there that they replied them. That means they know what they know. But you know that unfortunately, even when you have evidence, when you have a good case on your hands, when you have a good case, they will turn it upside down. We have seen several cases like that have been turned upside down. So it is not a matter of whether you present a good case, because you can imagine most of the petitions by the Labour Party that these people are trying to, and that is the reason why they are so angry. The so-called justices, they were angry, trying to defend Tinubu, because we have said it that even the manner at which they defended Tinubu, the real lawyers did not even do as much as that. When INEC was trying to hide or trying to delay, using tactics, delay tactics, not to release all those informations, and you turn around and begin coming to tell us that oh, you know what, they didn't do this thing on time, they didn't, what would they didn't submit some of the things that they they were out of time, and you begin to wonder, like somebody said that in all the shenanigans of INEC, the Supreme Court or the tribunal did not see anything wrong in that. They did not see anything wrong in that. So just let us see how this whole thing will go, because the US courts fast track release of a release of Tinubu's Chicago record to article before Supreme Court's filing deadline. Whether it's going to work in favor of him or not is a different ball game entirely. Nigerians are waiting